Well, we're here with Maui Mayor Alan Arakawa, and since we have the garbage trucks doing their thing this morning, we might as well talk about the solid waste pickup.
Sure,
how are things? Sorry, there's a fly out there. How are things going with that? Because this is temporarily in place. How are the resources coming?
Well, the resources are still going to be short at the end of the year.
Okay.
You know, our debate with the council member, the finance chair, is that you cannot fund for a portion of the year, not the whole year. We cannot plan our budget on partial funding.
Yeah.
Now, because our taxes and our entire budget is balanced for the entire year, if we don't raise enough taxes to fund our department for the entire year, we're going to run short at the end.
Okay.
And the council cannot create more money out of thin air.
Right.
They're going to ask the administration to try and cut back someplace else to try and fund it. Now, assume that if we have to do this for every department, right, and we only plan a budget for, well, let's go extreme, for 3 months out of the year, just to make the point.
Right.
For 9 months out of the year, we wouldn't have funding.
Wow.
If our tax base is based on the first 3 months, how do we then recover and cover the entire year?
Right.
Okay. So systemically, this is very bad policy.
Right.
And I've asked our department to plan the budget for an entire 12 months,
Right.
not partial year. And the idea that we can go back to the council and ask for supplemental budget, it is true, but then it disrupts the entire integrity of the budgeting system.
Right. So
And
it's still
that's
basically
the
in the
argument.
works. I mean, it's
Right.
going to take some time to figure this out.
Well, it's going to take working with the council members, but you know, I actually went down and I sat there for 4 hours trying to be able to discuss this, and the council, the budget chair, wouldn't allow me to even speak, wouldn't recognize me,
Okay.
and you can't have a conversation outside of the council chambers with all the council members because of the Sunshine Law.
Yeah.
So it kind of muffled us.
We hope that it gets resolved soon.
Well, we'll resolve it.
Police Chief Tivoli Fa'amau was in earlier this morning, and he talked about body cams, that would be a possibility, something that department would look into. It's a big expense. Would you support the use of that?
Well, you know, I found that in the past when we start looking at what we need as far as equipment,
Right.
the people that are actually going to use the equipment, the people that are going to have to deal with the public, generally know best what kind of equipment that they're going to need. You know, there was a big discussion about tasers before. There were big discussions about motorcycles. What we found is that at the bottom level, they know best because they actually study it and they're going to have to apply it. If they ask us for body cams, they'll have researched it to the point where they are comfortable with it, and I will definitely support it.
One of the measures that's very interesting is making parks more family friendly, and you got a couple of bills that are actually going to be considered today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
So,
and you're talking about actually a partial of land. We're talking in Paia.
in Paia,
Yeah.
we are actually having to move our service center from the Maui Mall, and we were asked to leave by a former owner. So we asked the council to purchase a piece of property in Kaului industrial area, and we're going to be getting that approval final today.
Yeah. How
Now,
big a property are we looking at?
That's a little over 4 acres.
Oh, 4 acres. Okay.
However, with that, A&B is going to gift us roughly 30 acres along the Paia coastline.
Nice.
So that's a freebie, and that will allow us to expand the park, Paia Baldwin Park, literally from Paia to that entire coastline area. So
Wow.
it's going to be an addition of 30 acres on the beachfront, and we're going to be able to have a really beautiful area preserved.
All right. The most important question right now: Pronto Pups. They're more than just corn dogs, right?
Pronto Pops are like bits of heaven put in a bun.
I like it. Bits of heaven put into a bun, not just corn dogs.
Yes.
Mayor Alan Arakawa, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
All right, and thanks for having us, by the way, out here in Maui. We'll be right back. You're watching Sunrise on the Road on Maui. Bits of heaven.